It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Cowboys and the Bucks. All that and more coming up next.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa.
Baby, coffee's right on your desk waiting for you.
Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get
where do you have them?
It's the postseason on EA Sports.
Where do they have all the cards?
Fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp throughout the season to get to the playoffs. Intensity level off the charts.
Look over there.
Oh, with the lights.
What else? No, I mean, besides that, what else?
Yeah, no, because yeah, probably stopped by left, yeah. So the ones that were here, we got.
Underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchdown.
I gotta hop right into the helmet when I'm done. We put that new post on Instagram. The workshop that we was in, we put a whole bunch of new stuff inside the program, so we can do beat makers and all of other shit now. No, on the Tribe, the VR helmet.
He expects to do it early.
So now I gotta do that right when I get on. Hop in a support call. Yeah, just knocking it out. No, computer there.
Dak gonna start out going to the air.
Give me that.
And that'll be off the mark.
I say, don't start on no bullshit, y'all.
They were trying to
start on no bullshit.
Very early on, pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. To the air again, Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Ah, you would.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
And I have to believe at his age, you savor situations like this because nobody knows better than he does that getting to the playoffs is simply not that easy. This is where he's got to call upon all of his knowledge of all the games he's played in the past, draw from it, and find a way to win a game. Because not only do you want to savor getting there, you also want to have success as well.
Now Evans in motion left. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a productive gain out to the 14 after start.
What? What happened now? Oh, snowing outside?
It's a gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well defended right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Play action. Now Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Evans, the man in motion left.
Really?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's a give to Mixon.
Ah, man, stop letting him fill off that block like that.
Yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Evans in motion left. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Here's Brady to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And in for the Buccaneers. Touchdown. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. The defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening run touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop? Offense feeling their momentum that they generated and turning into points on their side. So now you got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved, fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And out now come the Cowboys. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 who are sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we got no shot. You got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
A first down throw for Prescott. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. Defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 52 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back to Mixon on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Evans comes in motion right. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Inside handoff to Mixon. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Mixon. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there was no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, had scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
In motion right is Evans. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now they run with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Back to Mixon on second down. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on third down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll run here with Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A quick pass here to Godwin.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 14. That one good for 24 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Mixon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Mixon running right. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They'll run with Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. That is caught inside the 5.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Joe Mixon.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Brady will look to throw for it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Prescott now. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Prescott on 1st down. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Blitzed by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Hey, 66.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Flush to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Draw play, Elliott. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Oh, now Godwin with a chance to run it. And some room to work. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They're fighting hard to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Oh, look, it's a Jerome Powell. We're pretty darn good.
Now parking for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Escaping the pressure right. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Prescott from the gun. He'll get this to Elliott. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline.
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Prescott. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Maybe somebody calling.
Prescott yet again. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. T. Higgins, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. He's got it, so they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Brady going to throw here. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. One last shot now for Prescott. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. And a wild card win moves them on to the division.